I hate to say this, but I put up art for a long time, not because I didn't deeply want to make art. I think it was just the idea of me having to be perfect or me not being good or not having the skills that I once had that really scared me more than anything. And I know that's almost sounds silly. I was just talking to my younger brother the other day, and he was talking about how I've been making art for like half my life, if not more than half my life, um, maybe like 3/4 of my life. And I just gave up on it. And that made me sad and also want to smack him at the same time. But he was right. I think I've, with Instagram and social media and TikTok and stuff, I've almost become more attached or more in love with the outcome, the people praising you, the view. I mean, not that I had many views to begin with, but I was more in love with the painting that I could see in my mind instead of the process of making that painting in my mind come to reality. That fear of the blank canvas is what scared me most. And I hope some of you guys could resonate with that. Especially as somebody with like ADHD, task initiation is definitely like super hard to do. Um, but yeah, the fear of doing something bad prevented me from the deepest joy and passion of my life. So recently I unexpectedly got laid off, and I took this as an opportunity to say, hey, maybe God, the universe is trying to tell me that my passion is where I should follow, or what I should follow. I made so many excuses. And of course, the career that I do have, which is in user experience research, is definitely something I love. But I always wondered whether that was my purpose in life. And there's been so many signs that I've received that I feel like painting and drawing and being a vessel for creativity has been the purpose in my life, has been like a God given gift that I've received. And if I have this gift, as so many people have kind of insinuated over my life or told me over my life, then how come my hands can't get it done? So yeah, this video I think is maybe a public declaration, um, or maybe just like the start of my journey of allowing myself to make bad art, not judge myself as harshly until I become a great artist, because it's only through practice that you can become better instead of and I guess it's that quote of like progress over perfection. But yeah, how can I become great if I can't even put pen to a page? So in order to kind of get over maybe this artist block that I've been in for many years. Like I've always wanted to start over and over again. But like just work and life had gotten in the way. I am now deciding to do the artist way. Hopefully that's in focus. Um, so this is a pretty popular book, I think, that helps is about creativity and for artists in general. It's by Julia Cameron, and it's actually the 10th anniversary version. I actually bought this so many years ago, back when I was in university. So gosh, that must have been like at least over 5 years ago. Um, for 12.50. So this small investment of 12.50 is gonna change my life. Um, but I already started like to read the introduction and already started week one. But I highlighted a few things that maybe I thought I'd read to you. And that's like more like a reminder to myself. But um, like the quote goes, as difficult as it is to remember, it is our work that creates the market and not the market that creates our work. So I guess as I go on this like business journey, that probably wasn't the most hard hitting one. But I have a few extra. So another one was Remember, there's creative energy that wants to express itself through you. Don't judge the work or yourself. You can sort it out later. And another quote, like right after, is "Let God work through you." Um, if you're interested in reading this book, she talks about how you, Julia Cameron, the author, talks about how you don't have to be necessarily spiritual or like be a Christian or follow another religion, but kind of just be open to the idea that art and creativity is a spiritual journey, not that you need to be religious by any sense of the word. Um, and the way she kind of expresses that is just this idea of, I think, I never read the book, but there's this book called like Big Magic or something like that. I'll try to insert it here or or over here. But kind of we're just like vessels for creativity, and that like the universe or God or whatever you might believe in is kind of like giving us these ideas. Anyway, she actually has like these basic principles here. Um, I thought these were like super effective. I'll put them on the screen. Hopefully they're legible, but I'll also put a quick screenshot. And like what I was trying to say is essentially these principles here, that creativity is the natural order of life and life is energy, pure creative energy. Number two, there is a underlying indwelling creative force infusing all of life, including ourselves. Number three, when we open ourselves to our creativity, we open ourselves to the creator's creativity within us and our lives. Number four, we are ourselves creations, and we in turn are meant to continue creativity by being creative ourselves. Creativity is God's gift to us. Using our creativity is our gift back to God. Number six, and there's 10 here, sorry. The refusal to be creative is self-will and is counter to our true nature. I think I'll stop there, and again I'll put them up on the screen. But I think that point resonates with me, that I'm almost denying myself what I feel at least is my true passion. So again, yeah, I'm starting this process following the artist way. So hopefully I'll be able to post more videos. I am on week one. And I've been doing the morning pages, which is this process of kind of just dumping the repeating thoughts that you have in your brain to make room for your creativity. So you'd be like, I need to do groceries. I need to do groceries. I need to do groceries like a million times throughout the day. So that morning page allows you to just like write it down on a piece of paper. I personally have been doing it via video. And hopefully when I look back at it, I think after like 8 weeks, like I'll see how much I've grown. And with that, I've started to draw. Painting, I do need to get some supplies because I do have lots of paints and stuff, but paints and different supplies, but I don't have like canvases. So I'm gonna go do that today. I have this sketchbook here. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but anyway, I'll pop a screenshot over there. It's actually has my name on it. Shout out to my partner who gave this to me for Christmas a few years ago, because every year I start off and I say, my New Year's resolution is to do more art. So I thought I would briefly show you, as much as I am cringing and like hate it. I'll show you some of the maybe like mid art that I made. This one I made. I made this year. I use like kind of mixed media, I guess. So paint, Sharpies, crayon. I kind of was inspired by Harry Styles as it was. So yeah, there's that. And then I used these silky crayons. And I kind of was feeling a little Matisse, or maybe Blue's Clues. I was feeling a little Blue's Clues here. So there's that piece. I think the first piece I've done coming back to art, it was actually pretty good. I'm happy with it. Me and my brother did like a sibling art challenge. I'm gonna have to find it. A sibling art challenge, and we both drew bananas. There's my banana on the top, and his maybe his plantain at the bottom. I'm pretty happy with this one. But yeah, there were a few pieces that I drew in the sketchbook as well that I just absolutely hated and I threw out, which I should have not done, but I guess that's the way it goes. I'm sure you guys could probably resonate as well. Um, but I think the key is that you're supposed to leave it in your sketchbook. As much as I don't want to leave it in my sketchbook, um, to be a marker of my progress. But yeah, I'm going to keep making bad art, or allowing myself to make bad art and for the bad art to exist, in order for me to get better and look at my progress. When I look at my progress in the past, it took me maybe like 2 years to get up to the place that I thought I was maybe like at my peak. And as much as I mourn that artist, I'm excited for what is to come. So I hope you guys can enjoy this journey with me and allow yourselves to, and maybe I'm talking to myself here, but allow yourselves to be a beginner again. Even at one point, if you thought you were an expert, be a beginner again and learn new things. And it might not even be a beginner again. You learn a lot of different lessons. I remember Julie Black, actually, which is an R&B singer in Toronto, who is an R&B singer from Toronto. I went to a conference a few years ago, and she said every new experience, you think you're starting over again, but you're really um, it's just like another point on the path is in a sense what she was trying to say, because you have the lessons that you've learned from before, and the lessons that you learned before inform your new approach. So I think I'll leave with those words there as an inspiration to you and as an inspiration to myself. This is me allowing myself to begin again, or begin again informed, in order to see what possibilities can come about. Or rather, this is me allowing myself to be imperfect, to begin again with the lessons that I've learned in the past, and hopefully become a great artist that I'm proud of. So with that, I wish the same for you. Um, and I'm hoping to see you guys in the next video. Thank you again. If this was motivational to you, inspirational to you, please like and subscribe. I will be making more videos about my bad art, and the process of my creativity, and showing some, maybe like some other unboxing art supplies, or like some paintings or challenges that I'll be doing. Whatever you would like to see, please drop it in the comments. Anyway, guys, thank you. Hope you have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.